Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to do portfolio analysis and asset allocation using the Hardbacon app. I'm doing it with my real money. If you see my phone on the screen, now I'm on the home page in order to analyze my investment, and I'm going to click on the investment tab. Obviously, since I want to analyze my investments, I don't want my bank account, my checking account to be involved. So I'm gonna unselect Tangerine Bank, where I bank, and keep my brokerage account at National Bank Direct Brokerage. As you see, just a little reminder for people that connect Hardbacon to their investment account for the first time. As you see, and now you know my investment number, but you see like a USD account and a Canadian dollar account. That's normal. It doesn't mean that when I opened my brokerage account, I didn't ask for like a USD and a Canadian. I think they asked me a question like, are you going to invest like in the US market or something? I said yes. But usually by default, most brokerage in Canada will open you two accounts, one USD account, one Canadian account. And the idea is that, and some don't, so you need to check, but it's really stupid. If they open you like only a Canadian account, it means that every transaction in the US market will result in like a currency conversion. When you sell the stock, you're going to convert back in Canadian. When you buy another American stock, let's say that you just rebalance your portfolio between a different American stock, you're going to pay bunch load of currency fees. So that's why you see the two accounts. So I selected the two accounts that when I log in my National Bank Direct Brokerage account on the platform, I see only one account, but it's just to make my life easier. They did that. Actually, in order to provide me the service, they needed to open two accounts. So that's why Hardbacon sees the two accounts. This is just a small asterisk I wanted to let you know. So now I see like a list of my stocks. So I see Couche-Tard. Like, I don't have much stocks. I have three of them. I have Lassonde, MTY, and Couche-Tard. I can click on it to get more information, to see like what's my return, number of shares, and so on. Portfolio weight, it's about a third of my portfolio, so I'm not very diversified. But if I want to see my asset allocation, I'm going to click on allocation right here. So now I clicked on allocation, and I see like, I click on stocks, and then boom, I'm 89% stocks. So obviously, in terms of asset class, I'm really like only stocks. So what else do I have? I don't have any fixed income. So fixed income would be bonds or like a fixed income ETF that usually own bonds or other fixed income product. I have some cash. This is non-invested cash sitting in my brokerage account. I excluded my bank accounts because technically a bank account is not really part of portfolio, but we let people include it. Some people will manage all their financial life as a portfolio, and that's actually even smarter. It's just less practical for most people. So that's kind of like, and you can click on each category and then it would list, if I had like fixed income, it would list stuff. Other is going to include like commodities and a lot of other products like that are not equity or fixed income. So like gold, for example, would be there. And then I can click on this to kind of have the complete picture. Another cool thing that Hardbacon does is a report. So I'm going to generate it. So the cool thing is that it gives me straight away like a portfolio score, which is 56. So now it doesn't tell you much, 56, but we'll see. First, it gives me the return in the last 7 days. That's kind of pointless. Let's say I want 1 month. Last month was kind of, hard on a lot of investors. So I say, okay, I invested $1,000 about a month ago or a little less. We see when the investment was made on the chart here. Now it's worth 1,200. So it's about a 20% return. Super easy to calculate. I paid some fees, $14.85. So it's about 1.2% of my money. So that's why to invest very small amount of money, beware of fees. They are impactful. The other things, I got some yield. That's cool. So this is where you kind of understand the score. So the U is basically me, 56, and it's kind of a risk-adjusted return pattern. It shows me how I compare with other stuff. So basically, I'm quite high actually, and here is more like easy to understand. So I'm a little below average. But funnily, and this is the average of the Hardbacon users. So Hardbacon users are pretty smart. Let me tell you that, because they beat the S&P 500 on this period. This is 30 days. It's, you know, they beat the market on a risk-adjusted basis. So they're smart. But in order to be really, really smart, you need to beat the market, the S&P 500 on a period of like 30 years or 40 years, like Warren Buffett, and you're really smart. But in the last 30 days, I guess Warren Buffett was not so smart. You know, so that's the cool thing about this leaderboard. It gives you, and you can compare to other investors as well. Just make sure you compare in the same period. So the longer, the more significant. That's kind of the report. And finally, and this is probably the most important feature on the investment side, is the diagnosis. So I click on the diagnosis, and then it gives me like generate like customized text on various things. So currency risk, you know, it's good because I don't have any, you know, foreign currency exposure. So I don't have any USD stocks, and I don't own any USD, you know, cash. So basically, I'm not exposed to foreign currency. But if you had, it would calculate how much you're exposed, your portfolio is exposed to foreign currency. Another cool thing it does is calculate the beta of a portfolio. So beta is basically how volatile your portfolio is compared to the market. So my beta is 0.96. It's very similar to the market, but it means it's a little less volatile than a market. We use the S&P 500 benchmark for this. So my portfolio is a little bit less volatile. If it was over 1, it means it's more volatile, so there's more risk. So that's cool. Let's see the red. You know, red is what I can improve. Asset allocation. Oh my God, I have no fixed income in my portfolio. So it means that, you know, I'm really not diversified on the asset allocation point of view. I mean, we saw it in asset allocation, but just a reminder, management expense. Obviously, I'm not paying any management expense ratio because I don't own any funds. So that's good. But it would tell me, transaction fee, you know, like I thought like I pay only $5 per transaction, but I put only $1,000. So it tells me like this is you're actually paying a little bit too much, you know, in fees. And that's so good because it's just text that helps me see like what's going on. Economic cycle is very interesting. So it's telling me, you know, you invest in cyclical stocks. So those are more, you know, volatile. They tend to go down in a crisis and goes up in a recovery. So I mean, I made those, you know, those choices because I invested in those stocks because they lost so much of their value. So I knew they were cyclical. That's why I invested in them. But still, a lot of people, they don't know those things. They don't measure those things. So it's super important. There's about 10 criteria. You should read those texts. You're going to learn about your portfolio and probably improve as well your portfolio and see where the risks are. So that's basically what I wanted to show you today. And I hope you enjoyed it.